This is a scene from a movie with $100 million budget, and I've generated the whole thing using AI. You see, Higgsfield Cinema Studio dropped a few months ago, and it blew up on Twitter. The idea that you could produce AI videos that actually looked like big budget videos and actually have control over the camera that you use, the lens you use, and pretty much access to a real Hollywood budget, but using AI for everything. That was pretty groundbreaking, that no one had really done it yet. And this was especially big because, if we're honest, most AI videos look like crap. And they just rolled out a new update called Cinema Studio 2.5 that lets you go even deeper than before. You can now build an entire cast for your movie with super specific characteristics, put them in whatever scene you can imagine, specifically choose the genre for the film, color grade the shots, and then shoot it on any camera you want, regardless of if you can afford it. Basically, Higgsfield has become a casting director, a cinematographer, a colorist, a director, and a location scout all in one. So let's see if it actually works. Cool, so here I am in Higgsfield Cinema Studio. Now, first off, I'm going to go up here to cast, and I want to actually build 2 characters for my scene. You start by picking a genre. I have a very specific idea for this because I want to go big budget. And what's the most biggest budget movies ever? Well, sci-fi movies usually come with some of the biggest budgets. So we're going to pick sci-fi, and I'm going to max out the budget all the way up to $100 million. I want to produce something that looks like a serious Hollywood blockbuster. And for the archetype, we have a bunch of different options. I'm going to pick lover because this is the female character that I'm creating. So of course, I'm going to select female. And for the age, I'm going to pick probably 30. I want them to just be kind of like early 30s. Physical appearance, I want them to be average, and I'm going to make her a little bit short for this one. We also have control over the eye color, hair color, and we can also add details. Now, because this is sci-fi, I'm just going to pick eye patch. You can also create your own custom detail, but I think it would be cool if she has an eye patch. And then I think it would be cool if she had some like high fashion, kind of cool, swaggy clothes. So let's click generate. Now, while that generates, let me go build my second character. I'm going for sci-fi again, budget, 100 million, archetype. This guy's going to be an explorer. This is kind of going to be maybe like the captain or something like that. I'm going to make him older this time. Let's do 50. And this guy, I want him to be built. I want him to be like some serious like military general or something. So we're going to go with a stocky appearance. Let's make him tall. And for the outfit, military. This guy, I'm picturing him like a general or something like that. So cool. We have our 2 characters. I like this Martin Kessler guy. The Kessler guy, he's looking like a beast. This is kind of looking exactly what I wanted. And then for the girl character, I think I'm going to pick this chick here, Amani Carter, or I like Nia Okafor? They just give them names, by the way. Cool, we've got our cast. Now I want to build some locations. Like, where are we going to put them in? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select locations. So for my first location, I want a dimly lit derelict space station control room. So I kind of want like a dead ship almost, like a crazy, kind of spooky sci-fi spaceship. I really like this one. This one's actually sick. This is kind of exactly what I'm going for. I've generated a few others just to kind of see if there's anything I like more. Nah, I like the original. Let's make a few more like that. Cool. I've got a couple different scenes now that all look pretty similar. They look like they're part of the same movie. Again, the set design is very important because in Hollywood, they would have built this set. One of the biggest tells of AI is inconsistency between scenes. Not only the characters, but also the scenes themselves. Higgsfield Cinema Studio lets you build a character, so then they are consistent in every single shot. You actually like have a real cast. That's kind of why they called it cast. And then also, it lets you build a set and locations, which again, are consistent. Okay, cool. So now I've got my characters and I've got my locations. I want to render my characters in the locations, and then we're going to jump over to video and we're actually going to animate it and turn it into a real video. So what I want to do is I want to now select scene, and with scene, I'm going to be able to add the location and add the specific character. All I have to do is actually select the character and the location, and it's going to render that specific shot for me. So I've selected Nia, and now I want to go and actually select the specific location. So that was the kind of derelict spaceship, and I've input a prompt that my character is floating towards the kind of command station HUD UI control thing. So sick. It's generated 2 of them so far. This one's looking sick. That one's looking cool as well. So I'm always generating like 4 or more options because I want choice. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with another couple scenes and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, interesting results here. I've actually turned the kind of crazy commander guy into a hologram. My imagination for this movie is they're in some kind of stressful environment, some kind of mission. The commander then phones her, gives her some bad news, or something progresses from there. I'm still a little bit unsure on the exact narrative. Bear with me, we're going to piece it together. Yeah, this one's pretty cool, although her outfit changed. She's got a tear coming down. You've got the commander in the back. And by the way, let me just pause on this for a sec. The consistency is pretty nuts, right? Like, we've built a character. They are 100% consistent shot to shot. But look at these. These are nuts. These are actually crazy. We've got the commander in the background. So, final bit of prep before we move into actually turning these into moving scenes and actually making it into a movie is I want to add a consistent color grade to all of them. Another big update to Cinema Studio 2.5 is that you are now able to color grade your shots, which adds more consistency. A movie is going to have the same grade. Everything's going to, look consistent. And because in Cinema Studio now, I can click on my new renders and I can load up the color grade option. I now have control over the color, which is sick. So for all of my shots, I want like a 16mm film kind of old school retro vibe to them. I think the contrast of sci-fi high tech with old school grainy 16mm film, I think that's a vibe. So we're going with that. So I'm adding the exact same color grade preset to all of them. So they all have this 16mm film style. Now the fun part, we're actually going to turn this into a movie. So I'm over here in video. I'm going to select my start frame, which is going to be this initial scene where Nia, the kind of space girl character, floats towards a control console and presses something. For the genre, I'm going to press suspense because that's the closest to sci-fi here, and I want this to feel kind of intense. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to add my character directly to the scene. And how cool is this? I've taken my prompt and I'm literally just going to drag and drop the character at the start of the prompt. So you can see I'm putting Nia at the start and it says Nia Okafor floating weightlessly towards a single glowing console, her hand reaching out to touch the screen. I'm going to render 4 of these because again, I want options. Now, while that generates, because videos do take a bit longer than pictures, naturally, I want to build my next scene. So we're going to have 2 characters in this scene, okay? This is one where the crazy big general bold guy pops up on a holograph and tells Nia something that is not good. It's bad news, basically. I want to do something different this time. I actually want to see how much emotion we can get out of this. So a really cool thing inside Cinema Studio 2.5 is you can now click on the little like smiley face emoji next to your character and you can pick an emotion that they're portraying. So for example, with Nia, we want her to be feeling some fear because we're trying to make it out that the message that this big scary bold guy in the hologram is telling her is not good. And then with Martin, let's kind of have him a little bit angry, like something's going wrong. He's this big bold boss guy, basically Bezos if it was 200 years in the future, and we're going to generate this as well. And again, I'm picking their emotions. I'm going to go ahead and pick maybe fear, a little bit of fear. You can also pick like the level of the emotion they're feeling, which is cool. Now we sit and wait. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and we've got videos coming back. Let's have a look. Yeah, sick. So we've got the film grain. It's coming, nice little close-up, super clean. It's actually nuts, huh? Let me have a look at another one. This is why we generate multiple, by the way. Oh, this is cool. This is done a multi-shot, which is nice. So she comes up and then it actually changes shot. I can use that for sure. They're all slightly different, but she's floating over in this space station and she's got to make a decision to press a button. Okay, let's see the next scene. So still shot here, not good. Oh, but this is nice. The zoom in. Oh, damn. Okay, that's tasty with the explosion. I can use that. That clip there. The slow pan in. We've got the hologram in the back. Sick. So this is actually a really good takeaway here. AI can't replace a video editor. I, as the creative expert, still have to dissect this. I'm basically acting as like the director here. I've got a bunch of different shots. I'm seeing what actually works the best, but there's a bunch of really cool stuff to choose from here. First shot of the final scene's rendered. Let's see.
Nia, if you send it, there's no taking it back.
That's
it added voice for this.
Who's on the other end?
Someone who still thinks I'm worth saving.
It kind of built its own narrative. Like I actually didn't feed it a script for this. The thing that I'm stuck on here is how consistent the characters look. It's actually crazy. So I've got a bunch of scenes now rendered. I'm gonna jump into Premiere and I'm gonna build something. Give me a couple minutes. All right, we're done. I have built a scene. I actually cut quite a bit out to create something that's genuinely sick. I've basically made like a teaser trailer here, okay? Let's go. I use the multi-shot here. Boom. Come on. That's the only bit that I added in Premiere, by the way. This is actually sick. We've got multiple scenes here changing. It then has this like climax impact riser where the screen explodes behind her. The close-up shot of her is insane. The eye patch, the character consistency, and then we've got a riser straight into the smash cut of the title. I've called it Space Race. It's only in cinemas. In fact, maybe we should make this movie with AI. Should we make it? No, but being completely serious, this was absolutely nuts. So, final review of Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.5. I think it's absolutely insane. There is no product like this in the market. And of course, it's worth mentioning that I was focused on new features here, but nothing's changed in the original Cinema Studio. You can actually go in, select the specific camera that you want to use, select the specific lens that you want to use, and basically get as close as you possibly could to replicating a Hollywood premium movie budget. If you want to test Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.5, the link is in the description. I'm going to link off to my last Higgsfield video. This is covering another one of their tools, super sick tech. Click it. I'm going to stop talking in 3, 2, 1, and I'll see you there. Peace.